Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Driver.
Needless to say, I'm very honored to be here to celebrate one of my cinematic heroes, the great Francis Ford Coppola, a theater director who brought his process to film and revolutionized how we think about cinema, and certainly how we make it. The best piece of direction I ever heard was working with Francis on Megalopolis. It was our first day of shooting. I was tied to a board, as you are, big bandage covering my head and one eye like a very sick pirate. And we had been shooting for a few hours and we hit a technical roadblock and shooting came to a halt. And in the middle of trying to solve this problem, Francis said to the room, "We're not being brave enough." And I thought, that's a great piece of direction. Not only for this film, but on all films moving forward. And he's 86, which is to say that at this point of his life, to be making a film that wasn't a cynical, dystopic view of the future, but one whose main theme was that humanity was a genius and should be celebrated. I still don't agree with that theory based on the people that I know. But it was hard not to be inspired that he did. But knowing Francis as I know him now, being brave is not such a surprising note if you consider the source. Running a studio that wound up bankrupting him, hiring Marlon Brando, defending Al Pacino, breaking all 4 of his Oscars by throwing him out a window. I don't know if that's necessarily brave, but it's certainly passionate. Moving to the jungle and starting a hotel and spending $120 million on a piece of art and not letting the money dictate the content of the film. And believe me, I was there. There was no talk about how we could make this more commercial. This is a principled life. And for a year in our culture when the importance of the arts is minimized and our industry is seemingly out in the open, that the only metric to judge a film's success is by how much money it makes. I hang on to individuals like Francis for inspiration who live through their convictions, through big moves, all in service of pushing the medium forward. And I think that's pretty great. So I know you have complicated feelings about award, Francis, but to echo what everyone else has been saying, you more than deserve this moment. Congratulations on all you've achieved, and I'm honored to be here to celebrate you, your generosity, and your bravery. Thank you.